Displaced authority is real authority, and ego can cost you a fortune. On this episode, I'm going to tell you two different cases, real situations, that authority has been displaced, authority has been manipulated, and how to properly do it. To persuade easily.
Your ability to persuade others is one of the most powerful resources you will ever discover. During this eye-opening podcast, you'll join Wayne Sutton as you uncover the secrets of influence based upon science and proven in the real world.
This episode brought to you by our fractional sales management process and service. Jump over to your persuasion coach and go up to the top. Go to fractional sales management. If you're still running a sales team, if you're looking to buy back your time, increase profits, and increase the effectiveness of your sales team, go today. Now let's get into the podcast. Displaced authority is true authority, and how the ego can cost you money. So I'm going to give you two examples of how to use this. Number one, I'm working with a client probably 6 years ago, coaching client. And he started the company, he'd run the company, had a couple assistants, and he would tell people that he was the operations director or vice president of sales. And the reason he did this, and I'm not saying this is ethical or unethical, I'm here to give you what he did. But he's vice president of sales. So vice president of sales, he could easily say when someone asked for a discount, remember we're on the train of negotiation here over the last few podcasts. Hey, this looks good, but I need a discount, or I want to propose a different number. He would take that and go, listen, gotcha. I'm the vice president of sales. I'm head of sales, whatever it may be. At the same time, if you're asking for more than what we have here, I have to go and get further approval. Now, he was the bottom line. In fact, when I called him out on it, he said, well, Wayne, sometimes I do have to get approval. Sometimes I'll talk to my bookkeeper, my accountant. Sometimes I'll talk to my wife, but I'm getting somebody else's opinion on it. There's times when he's called me and said, Wayne, my program's $15K. They're offering me $13K, but they want this, concession as well. What should I do? So if he said I'm the founder, the president, whatever, then obviously he has that final authority. Now, personally, I think if you're the founder, you're the creator, I think that you need to place that authority there, having the founder and creator of. And you need to let people know who you are. And you just need to say, hey, listen, there's no more to give. We talked about that on negotiation before. There's just no more to give. Those numbers don't work. But for him, he really loved being able to go, hey, I've got to go to a committee of investors. Instead of positioning himself as president, he was the vice president. And but here, I will say this too. When you're going to displace authority, the more vague, the better. So if you got to go talk to a committee of people or a group of partners, then that is more difficult to track down. Now, I'm involved with organizations where actually, hey, listen, this sounds good. We got to take it to the board. We have to take it to the board meeting. And that's true, right? So it's not the final authority. So even if you're the owner, president, founder, whatever, you're the queen bee, not the worker bee, you can still say, hey, listen, I have to take this to a committee of investors if somebody's invested in your company. So, hey, listen, Mr. Prospect, I like your offer, but I have to run it by my committee. My committee is vague. Saw this in the real estate arena. I was working with a client, and about the second time she said this, I called her out on it, but she was like, we were negotiating, not on money, but on terms. And she said, okay, thank you, Wayne. This looks good. I've written everything down. I'll take this to the legal team. The legal team. Well, she called it out again. I said, cool. Can you explain exactly to me exactly who is your legal team? And sometimes you need to know. You need to call that out. She said, well, it's the team that looks over all our legal. I said, great. Can I get their name? Or who's in charge of the legal team? And she got a little flustered. She said, it's my boss, my broker in charge. I said, oh, so not an attorney. You just need to have somebody else okay this. So she was trying to position the legal team as a way to make me feel like I'm not worthy to talk with them. So you got to be able to call the bluff, right? So this is where, again, I've got to run this by my committee, an undefined group of people. I've got to run this by my committee first. Now, again, what you want to do here is make sure, number one, you want to have a counter move. Okay, gotcha. So you're not the decision maker, which is why in sales, especially doing phone, Zoom calls, hey, gotcha. Who else is involved? Are there any other decision makers other than yourself? Now, hey, a lot of times they'll say, no, I'm the decision maker, and then they'll come back and, hey, I've got to talk to someone. But we want to definitely tie down that they are the decision maker. If they go, no, I'm not the final decision maker, or I may have to speak with someone else, let's try to get them on the call at the same time. Now, here's another counter move, appeal to their ego. So, hey, I'm just the vice president here. I have to take this up to the committee. I have to go to the board. I have to go to somebody else, whatever it may be. Mr. Vice President, I know you do great work for your organization. And I know you aren't the final decision maker, but you certainly are capable of making the right decision. See, we appeal to their ego. Mr. Vice President, I know you do great work for your organization, and I know you aren't the final decision maker, but you're certainly capable of making the right decision. And you will recommend this proposal, won't you? Get their commitment. Get their commitment. Then, wonderful. Let's draw up a contract subject to the president's approval, subject to the committee's approval. Then we could both save ourselves some time by getting all of the details worked out now. So appeal to their ego, get their commitment, subject to close. Let's draw up a contract subject to. I've done this so many times in high ticket where, hey, yeah, this looks really great. I'm in, but I have to talk with my spouse. I have to talk with my business partner. Gotcha. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get you in the system, get everything written out. I'll get the agreement over, subject to them agreeing. And I've even, subject to them agreeing, got the contract or got the agreement sent over to them, got their credit card information. Hey, listen, if they say yes, let's go for it, then we'll just process it and move forward. If not, we will not. Sound fair? Gotcha. And then get, because every little step closer to the sale. And then I've had them come back. You know what, Wayne, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Because I've already got the contract. I've already got the credit card. Let's just do it. So, displace authority when need be, and when someone tries to displace authority on you. Appeal to the ego. Get a commitment. Subject to close. Hopefully this was helpful. Guys, I appreciate you. Again, go over to, if you're looking for, I'm going to give you 2 different websites really quick. If you're looking for sales management training in your organization, then go over to yourpersuasioncoach.com. Scroll to look over to the right on the top bar, fractional sales management, and let's have a conversation. If you are a coach, consultant, course creator, an expert that's trying to get your intellectual property out and get paid for teaching others, helping others, then go over to sellingyourcoaching.com. Sellingyourcoaching.com. Watch our case study. And I look forward to hearing from you. Go out there, change lives, and get paid well for doing it. God bless.
Go to yourpersuasioncoach.com for more powerful resources on how to influence yourself, influence others, and impact the world.